by far the latest I've ever been to a dentist office. I was terrified, almost mystified. Welcome to M3IS3D. Every day I am overflowing with love and affection. One of the purest ways that I can express that love and affection to you, the viewer, is to show you what I printed last night. This is a skull. Seems to be printing okay. This is a Hemanga thinker, which I've had to try and print like twice and the filament messed up, even though I replaced all this stuff. It hasn't been a good day for sharkies either. But it was a good day for froggies. Yet another alien printing just fine. Big David can. Looks like it's finally gonna get done. About time. And it's almost done. The monstrosity. Haha. It's kind of like a deep sea creature skull thing. I don't even know what I'm gonna name it yet. But yes, you're getting your first look at it. Bam. So something pretty awesome is probably gonna be happening. I mentioned in the last episode that they're eminent domaining this building, the city or state, I'm not sure which. We're gonna find out tomorrow, but basically for renters, they offer them a certain amount of money in the cases of when they're gonna bulldoze a property. You guys may remember there's a bridge here, and apparently they're expanding that and sort of expanding this road in general. I mean, there is a lot of traffic out here, so I kind of understand why they would do that. The awesome part is apparently it's actually really common for people to just hire a lawyer and negotiate a better amount in cases like this. In other words, the state or city, whatever the case may be, we're gonna find out tomorrow, they kind of lowball you at first on purpose. Now, there's a lot of reasons I can argue for, I mean, I don't know how much they're gonna offer me. If they offer me a lot, maybe I'll just go with it. Basically, the grounds that you're arguing on, of course, are normal stuff like you're having to move your business, you're having to relocate it, etc. And just the general suckiness of that. But I realized I have another thing, which is at this location, this is the location that I created props for Hollywood movies at. Obviously, this is the location that I sold Chuck Norris's own head at. This is the location that I sold a pair of guitar hangers to a member of the band Styx. This is where I made a prop for that Einstein documentary. Man, I can't even remember what it's called now. I should look that up. If any of you remember the first episode, this is the place that I sponsored a NASCAR at. In a town like Nacogdoches, not that much stuff happens here. So I think that definitely constitutes a noteworthy location. Like a lot of people associate, people do come up and talk to me and stuff about various things. People do associate this location with some pretty noteworthy stuff for Nacogdoches history. There's a lot of other things I can throw in there. I've been interviewed by the Etsy Corporation twice for phenomenal growth. Been interviewed by a couple of radio stations. I made the front page of Lufkin Daily News, I think it was. So when you get down to the brass tacks, what does this really mean? How much mookie are we talking about? It's hard to say, but from the research that I've done, I think it's basically a foregone conclusion that it's gonna be at least $100,000. I think it's pretty realistic to think it's gonna be about 150, and it could be as much as $200,000. Other things that may factor into this is about a 2,000 square foot facility, so that's pretty large. Obviously, a smaller shop is quite a bit easier to relocate. And I don't know what the square footage on like a McDonald's is, but we've got to be not that big, but not that far off. So anyway, probably within the next year, these are all guesses, but that's probably gonna happen. So that's a big deal. I made quite a bit from this business. We don't really talk numbers, but that would be pretty nice, just saying. But anyway, let's go get some coffee. Let's do this. I just want to note also, I'm gonna have to look up the laws on this, but I'm gonna record the conversation that I'm gonna have with this person from the state that comes out tomorrow. So depending on whether I can both get a good shot of it, get the audio, etc., and it's legal, I will post it on here. One business skill that I have that doesn't get used that much anymore with 3D printing now is I'm a very good negotiator. Back in my vending days, I used to, I mean, it was all about getting a good price on things, obviously. You know, I would negotiate for the price of machines, but I would buy entire vending routes and I would sell them too sometimes. And I got very good at negotiating. So this feels cool because I'm actually getting to use the negotiation skills again. One of the things that makes you good at negotiation, one of the things you want going into a negotiation, is no more than the other guy. It sounds basic, but it's very true. Like, this guy's gonna offer me an amount of money, and there's a lot of important things he's not going to be able to have considered, like the prestige of that address. I mean, if you make props for a couple of Hollywood movies and celebrities and stuff, like I said, in Nacogdoches, that's actually really noteworthy. He won't know about that, probably, and it won't be a factor in his number. So that's just a little preview. One thing that's non-negotiable, the dunk. Another part of good negotiation that's very underappreciated, all of the negotiation happens before the negotiation. It's a little bit like playing chess. If you play chess by never practicing chess beforehand, you're going to suck at it. So I'm planning every ounce of this that I can, every aspect of this that I can. Like, I'm going to be trying to talk to this person in front of Chuck Norris, the giant Chuck Norris picture. The reason for that, here we go. The reason for that is because at some point in the conversation, I wanted to be able to point to my right or my left and be like, well, for one thing, that's Chuck Norris on the wall, or something like that. And hopefully that will happen, because images speak louder than words. I was gonna say actions speak louder than words. Really, both of them speak louder than words. It's all about planning and just thinking it through. Some of the best prices I ever got on vending machines and stuff like that, like, I would pretty much not say anything the whole time they're showing it to me, and at the end I would have a pre-planned thing that I was gonna say, and maybe it would factor in some things that I had learned sort of after looking at the machine or the routes or whatever. But I'd be ready to go and just knock them off their balance, totally get them by surprise. And very, very often people will just say yes. Now, you don't do that in a rude way. You don't want to come across as offensive or insulting or anything like that. But you're just trying to convey that thing of, well, I've really considered this. This is actually what I'm going to offer you. And here's reasons why this is justifiable. If you do that and it's much more thought out than anything they presented to you, a lot of times you're going to win. And it also, just know what you're not willing to spend or buy or whatever. You know where the point is where you're just going to walk away. Decide that beforehand. Like, if you're not going to pay more than $1,000 or $1,500 for a vending route, especially, you know, factoring everything in, just walk away. You have to be able to walk away. I guess at the end of the day, you're just cultivating certainty. You're figuring out where the certainty is and you're just sticking to it. Maybe you want to be a little bit flexible if something comes up when they're showing you whatever it is. But yeah, that's negotiation in a nutshell. Here at the thrift store, you won't believe your eyes. A ridge tridge. Check this out. I pushed one of these for a long time. This looks like a desk from some kind of corporate job. Then here's the chairs. So that wasn't bad. Really some pretty awesome finds today. I did decide to get the shirts. At this point, I'm being very selective about the shirts for the product photos because I've got a lot of them. But this is pretty cool. I would almost just wear this. In fact, I probably will just wear this at some point. We got 2 of these candles. They smell really, really good. They were only $1.99 a piece. I would expect minimum new to pay $4 for these. You could easily pay like $7 or $8. Here's the other one. But not to bury the lead, the original trilogy. And these are like, these might be the original VHS editions. I mean, tell me in the comments, some of you were there in the 80s and actually bought the original VHSs. But this looks pretty original. They're not in amazing shape, but you can see, like, you know, it ain't bad. They got the movie poster designs on them or whatever. There's A New Hope. And these were 99 cents a piece. Seriously. The person behind the counter actually checked with somebody to make sure that these were only 99 cents a piece because they couldn't believe it, but they were. So this is definitely the coolest 3 VHSs that I currently own. I mean, that's about as cool as it gets. I almost want to like make a mount for these on the wall and frame them as art. In fact, I may really do that. The Empire is brought to its knees. Lightsabers sparkle. The Millennium Falcon flashes through hyperspace, and creatures from all over the galaxy defy the Imperial Empire. Girl behind the counter asked me where I was from too. We had about a 2-minute conversation. I mean, unbelievable. She could see that I was a gentleman of taste. We're about to head back to the shop, but I think we're doing the Brookshire Brothers thing again. This sauce, super good. Man, there's a little dog like scavenging through stuff out here. I thought I got some video of it, but apparently it wasn't recording. Really sad. It clearly had a broken leg too. Kind of hoping that that dog belongs to somebody from those houses or something. I don't know what it is. It's very hard for me to see like a little dog or something that's obviously in a bad spot and not just get really messed up about it. Honestly, if I was like a billionaire, that's like one of the causes I would really try to fix. It's a little sad to think about this building not even being there anymore. So today we are in fact doing a giveaway. You guys have seen it in the last few episodes, but yes, message me on Etsy if you want this skull sent to you for free. First link in the description. He's kind of a like wolf skull, sort of a badgery wolf. Obviously, anatomically, it doesn't make sense for this skull to have ears, but it just looks cool. Yup. He is going to be a nice addition to the fleet. Like I said, if you want him to be yours, message me at the first link in the description. We're about to take some pictures of that skull. I think we're gonna get a nice smoke outside. We really should do this more often. Big draws. You know, maybe if I get a big enough settlement, why does everybody do that here? Maybe if I get a big enough settlement, I'll buy a plot of land, put an RV on it, and run this business Breaking Bad style. So I just talked to the mailman. He's even more mad about this eminent domain thing than I am. He already knew about it. And he's like saying all this stuff. I wish I could have recorded it. I didn't want to do that to him, but I might get a petition or something. It seems like a lot of people are kind of mad. Well, I think we're about cashed. Let's get some pictures of the new product. Pictures turned out good. Like I said, if you want to participate in the giveaway, first link in the description. I think we're going to do a little E-rank. So this switch on this rig just came apart. I could probably fix this, but I don't want to cause some weird electrical thing, so we're just ordering another one. I'm not an electrician. Don't want to mess anything up with this. We're still going to use the other rig though. Got the new skull updated and listed. I don't know why I said updated. Like I said, if you want to participate in the giveaway, first link in the description. I think we're going to eat something and then we're going to paint, and package. Apparently these are called dragon eggs, which I guess are some kind of sausage thing with cheese and stuff inside. We'll see. couple of tacos, and we are using the sauce, baby. Painting the eyes. That was really good. Now let's do some packaging. And another moai. Sharky boy. The shiny dwarf pipe holder. Came out really good looking, honestly. Time to send this guy off. Big blue Sharky. Okay, so I had to run out for something, and I realized why I left my lights on yesterday. This is me turning the lights on and off. You can see they're turning on and off there. Now let's look at the dome lights. For the most part, they are not turning on, which makes my brain subconsciously think that my lights aren't on when they are. So that's something I'm gonna have to look out for. Here was an interesting thing to deal with. This is one of the stepper motors from the extruder from one of the S5s, and it's not gonna come through on camera, but it's actually gotten to a point where it's a little bit hard to turn, and the printer wasn't printing right. It was under extruding. So it just goes to show you, it's very rare, but sometimes these extruder stepper motors can actually wear out. Now I could open this up and maybe try to clean everything out, but I've got spares that are ready to go, and we're just gonna do that. Only thing I'm gonna do here is note the height of this, whatever this piece is called. I've never actually vocalized it, and put it on here at the same height. Then we are going to reassemble the extruder, which is over there, and make sure that the filament's going to get grabbed by this properly. Froggy dish. Got a moai here, gonna get some of these guys ready for painting. Got a guitar snake here, just gonna polish it up. This Dorothy is going gold. Time to ship the wall art. All right, getting late, time to shut it down. We got a couple things to paint. We're just gonna hit that real quick. Got a guitar snake. This one's going jet black. Big shark. Gonna gold up. Let's just put them over here. I'm kind of keeping gold stuff over here, and maybe bronze stuff over here, so we'll put gold there. Might as well color code it. He's going gold, and we've got a moai. I don't know what made me think of this right now, but I was just thinking, like, even if you're a pretty successful entrepreneur, probably most of what you try to do is just gonna fail. I was just reading about the history of the McDonald's menu, and the vast majority, I mean, anyone that's a few decades old or so probably knows this, most of the new products on the McDonald's menu do not last and actually don't sell that well. So like even McDonald's as a corporation, most of the new things they try to do, you know, some of it's okay, but they discontinue it because it's really just not worth doing. Most of the new ideas kind of suck. But every once in a while, one of those new ideas is the McNugget. And then they just keep it forever because people just got to have their nuggets. I don't know, I was just kind of reflecting on that. And I was thinking about my own thing. Like most of my products don't sell, but every once in a while, you make a shark and then everybody wants sharks, you know? So I just want that to be an encouragement for you guys. Like, just understand that even if you're doing it pretty well, you're not doing it that well. You can be in a pretty ideal scenario and it still means there's a mountain of failure to dig through. And after, Stony boy, golden boy, snaky boy, sharky boy. Whew, feeling a lot better today, honestly. Sounds like a silly thing, but figuring out that headlight thing, I think that's what I'm most grateful for today. Let's read some Discord. Wayne says, are you going to see if your landlord will still only charge you for the one side, but not have to move the operation since there's no way he can rent that half now? It actually occurred to me to maybe do that. I feel like they just wouldn't go for it though. Whitey's Wicked Workshop says, chin up, my friend. Everything happens for a reason and all reasons aren't bad. So true. And Dingo Saucily says, holy crap, They're doing eminent domain on your landlord. I thought this was the land of the free. Brent Bowers says, grateful for dental care. More grateful when I don't have any need of it. More of these comments should be starting with the word grateful. It's a great word. Just start your comment with grateful. Why not? Here we go. Art Fedderson. Grateful for dentistry that goes right. So sorry to hear about you losing your shop, man. Here's to bigger, better things in the future, though. Amen. It's that time of year. It's that time of day. It's that time of minute again. Tell me what you're grateful for. Tell me the small moments that you're appreciating. Tell me what's bringing joy into your life. What small little routines you have. We like to hear it. I'll probably give you an upvote, probably give you a heart. I appreciate each and every one of you watching this show. I will see you tomorrow. And like I said, if you want to be part of the giveaway, first link in the description. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.